viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto channel. You're staring down the drain hole of an 07 Honda Odyssey. It's got the big 3.5 in it. Its last trip, it made a trip to the express loop and the oil drain plug is stripped. What they have done, so that you could actually drive it back home that day, is they installed one of these. These are what I call a strip-O plug. These are an oversized drain plug, kind of cut their own threads. Now, just so you know, this is pretty common on the old Hondas. Common enough that I actually carry a kit for them. I'll show you that. So this is a little bit of a kit made by a company called Time-Sert. There is the number on it. I think it's TST 1415 Charlie is the number on that. I'll show you that there. In case you're interested in getting your own, they're a little expensive. However, they are much better quality, in my opinion, than helicoil. Particularly for a job like this. I'm going to show you how we go about this a little bit here. It's all done by hand. First, we're going to use their reamer. And this is kind of tight quarters on this one. And this stuff is very sharp. I suggest doing it while the oil is still draining because that's going to help flush out any of the aluminum shavings. And these bits are square on the back side, so I'm just going to use a square drive socket. Just hold some tension in on it. And they cut very easily. And I guess with that being said, you can very easily cut them crooked. And that's what I don't want to do. I want to make sure that we're going in as straight as possible. So take your time. I just want to jiggle that out. Get some of the shavings off it. Try to avoid getting them in the pan, but what I'll do, or what's my habit to do, is once I'm satisfied with the procedure, I'll dump a extra quart of oil or something down in the crankcase to kind of flush it out here for us. And they are just aluminum shavings, so not a huge ordeal. Don't want to lose our bit in there. There we go. I'll make sure we had it all the way. All right, beautiful. So that's step one. I guess it will be. I'm trying to give you guys the money shot here, but also try not to get super wet. All right, so once that's done, then what we need to do is counterbore it, because we're actually putting in like a full steel insert. Let's see here. And this is the counterbore bit. As you can see, it's got 4 teeth on it. There's a sticker right up there. And it runs in. They have little steps on it. It's only going to go in so far and it'll stop on its own. You do have to take it in all the way. Switch bits here. And that kind of self-pilots. Like I said, these tools are very, very sharp, so just a little bit of pressure. And it should cut its way through. Maybe a little more pressure. Looks like we're all the way down to the stop now. Before I pull that out, I just want to blow it off. Because that's actually plugging the hole. Let's see, pull that out. And you'll see it cuts just a perfect counterbore right there. And then the oil's going to drip out of this. Next, we need to tap it. So this is the tricky bit. This tap is so sharp, you can actually start it crooked. It has a little guide that you just hold flat up against the block, or up against the oil pan. I don't know if my fingers will be out of the way, but you just hold that and that hopefully will help start you straight. Once it starts, then typically you can't get, you know, all cockeyed with it. So we'll take, all right, it feels like I'm started good. Their taps and cutting tools are so sharp, you almost, I mean, it's almost like you're turning nothing. Alright, that's all the way in. I'm going to run it back out. There's that. Now we've got some nice threads. So that's what it should look like up to this point. You can see the counter bore on it. You can see we've got nice threads in there. And next we need to put in the steel insert. And this is what they look like. Like I said, they're a full steel insert, but they are deformed slightly. So when you put it in, there's actually a reaming tool that we have to use that looks like this. And this is kind of deformed a little bit too. Almost hexagon, I guess. I don't know. What has 6 sides, Hannah? Is that hexagon? Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I knew that. So we will stick. Let me get, this is the part number on the inserts that I use. 12.7 mm long. They're going to be a 1415. And we'll take and start, I believe you start on the tool, and then the tool kind of stops. So we need to lubricate the tool because we're going to end up reaming that in. The insert should insert all the way easily into the threads that we cut, and then this tool is actually going to expand our insert, and it has a little bit of a lip on it that fits right into that counter bore, so that's when it's going to stop. Let me get a different bit holder here. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to get my ratchet on that one. Might have to do something different. All right, we'll try this. So the counter bore just hit, and then this reaming tool is actually going in to expand it, and then it will be permanent. Just make sure you run the reamer in all the way. It'll start to get a little bit snug on you. And once that's in, just take her back out. And we're done ski. And there you have it, folks. The new Time-Sert steel insert into the Honda oil pan. We'll let it live to die another day. Now, definitely an easier repair than it is obviously changing the entire oil pan. Like I say, they are a little spendy to buy the kit initially. I have one for the Honda. I've got a couple other ones because these, you know, it's not Jiffy Lube's fault. I guess we'll leave it at that. Every once in a while on a Honda 4-cylinder V6 with these aluminum pans, you take the drain plug out, every thread comes with it. So that's it, folks. So hopefully if you work in the shop or own a Honda or come across this at some point in your life, you'll know how to fix it now, or at least a option to fix it. I wish they put a steel insert in these right from the factory. However, they don't. And like I say, it's kind of hit or miss. Every once in a while, I mean, you get one, you crack that drain plug loose and it comes out and every thread's attached. So this is a good fix for it. I am going to climb up there with a ladder, dump a quart of oil in it, let it kind of flush out anything else. They're pretty good about the way the pan's made. That is, you know, the lowest spot. So if there's any little bits of aluminum floating in there. That'll come out with that oil. Now let it sit here and drip for a while, waiting for the new drain plug to show up, and screw that in. Have the gasket on it. Now some people might be worried about it actually wicking oil around the outer part of the threads. That really doesn't matter because the flat face out here is where the aluminum crush washer goes, so that seals anything in there, so there's really no need to Loctite it or anything like that. Once it's expanded, it's in for good. I've never had one of these come back out. So that's it. Go down. Questions, comments, criticisms in the comment box below. And while you're down there, click subscribe, ring the bell, and all that business. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.